Ye little rose. The rose that arose from the dead flowers. They were amazed, they didn't believe, they misunderstood. For granted, different, dislike. Then a deadly weed arose and noticed the blood red rose. Oh, how he knew to say the exact words to make her feel blissful. Oh, how he acknowledged the difference and beauty she exposed. He knew, he kept it to himself. At night he'd tell her what they all have said. Now, worthy, you think you're perfect or good enough because you are different, because you keep your color. She cried and cried night after night. She began losing her color, while he began absorbing all of her goods. One day, one day, this perception of her became to its end, and he began noticing simple, dull flowers. One day, a boy sat down, spoke to the rose, came with a mirror, and said, "Look, you were like this. You were once beautiful." She realized she had lost all her attributes. She was different. He took all of her goods. She wasn't ashamed. She was content with sorrow. She loved deep. She let him rule over her. The boy noticed she didn't care. Every day he sat and spoke to her. She was always alone. Numerous bad voices around her. She was letting herself perish. This boy didn't lose faith. He talked to her, brought her water. He let the light shine upon her. He reassured her every day how beautiful she still was, even if she was flawed. He was starting to give up, but he saw that one of her petals was bloodshot red, like she used to be. She was starting to believe again. He kept and kept having hope without giving up. He wakes up on a Saturday morning, eager to speak to her, to see her. When he arrived, she was broken into pieces, most of her petals on the floor. He noticed something changed. What she let him do? Did she fail again? Sobbing, he tries to pick her up, but her thorns trespassed his skin. Then he realized he couldn't better her. He couldn't fix her. He stopped coming. He gazed at her through his window, but she was exhausted. This boy matures. He is no longer a boy. He is a man. And now he's off to college. And he still finds himself picking people's pieces up from the floor and cutting deep down his soul. He realized he couldn't help his divorced parents. He realized he couldn't help his mother's urges of committing a tragic suicide after his father ran off with a woman. He was tired of noticing all that he cared about disappointed him. Another reason why he chose a college far off from his hometown. He was completely confused. Why did anyone have faith? Why did they all let themselves fall? He never saw them get back up. 5 years later now, he's in a business meeting and he receives a call. His mom has drank all the pills. She no longer lives. He isn't surprised. He goes pays his respects. He takes a boring, quiet first-class plane ride for 12 hours. Enough time to have a battle in his mind. When he gets there, he can't recognize the house he was once raised in. Completely cold and dark, no one took care of it. He dropped to the floor, no faith. He thought he thought he had it all figured out. Be strong, repeatedly told himself. He stays in the house. He thinks he's going mad. Next day he gets up early and decides to pack his bags. Before he leaves, he wants to visit the garden. When he arrives, he cannot believe his eyes. The only thing that remained was the rose he gave up on because he thought he couldn't be of any help. He talked and talked to her until he stills and he asks her, "How did you survive?" And she simply says, "Faith."